Good morning. I have a couple of things to share with you, but as the Lord does, He intercepted that. So there is something that was brought up overnight, and it seems I am to share that. So it's not even been 12 hours now, but so here's the story. My son had some money and wanted to spend it. And he wanted to spend it on toys, and that's fine. So my husband gave me a rest and took the boys to the store to spend their money and get a toy. So my younger picked out some Legos, and that's no shocker, which is fine. And but what he returned with was a Lego set that I has some creations in it that I would have never allowed in this home. And he knew it. He didn't want to remember, maybe, or maybe it slipped his mind, and that's fine. But I'm pretty careful with what comes into this home, and sometimes toys, which is crazy, but toys can be can really point to death or things of death, and I just will not allow that in this home. So regardless of how you feel about those things, that's my rule. That's our rule, and I just don't want to invite that in. So that's my judgment call. So he showed me, he's so excited, he was showing me his toys and what he got, and he actually got 2 sets. And one set was this one that he knew I would not agree to. Or maybe it slipped his mind that I would not agree to. So I said, this is not something we want in this home. I can't have you playing with this in this home. And immediately, he defends his purchase. Well, I thought you'd be fine with it or whatever. And I said, or I didn't think about it. And I said, that's fine that you didn't think about it. But you know my rule. This is my rule. And this is my decision. And I can't, no matter how you justify it, I can't have this in the home. And immediately, crying ensued, and pouting, and sadness, and I'm sure anger, because I would not budge. And all through the night, he tried to find ways to justify this and keeping this, justify his desire to have it. And through this night, and even as I'm laying in bed, he comes in still trying to justify this. What if I made it? What if I threw out the directions and I made it something else completely? I mean, just completely trying to justify it, right? I said, it's not even the Lego set. That's the issue. The underlying issue is you are not obeying me nor honoring me. even if I told you I don't want you playing with purple polka dotted anything, the craziest things. You didn't even understand my reasoning. The point is, you need to honor me and obey me. Because sometimes there are things I know that you don't know. And I said, God does that with us all the time. And we are constantly, he tells us, okay, this is happening. And, of course, the whole time I'm thinking about this cancer, this is happening. And we respond with wailing, crying, pouting, anger. And that's fine. You can respond with these things. These are feelings, and I get that. But in the end, He's the sovereign one. He's the Father. And just like with my youngest, in the end, I'm the mother. And you can either choose to obey me and honor me and maybe not be as happy, because I'm not really here for his happiness. Neither is God here for our happiness. Or he can completely go against me and face the consequences. And sometimes just the consequence to face is I didn't honor and obey when I should have. Because I'm not God and he is. Or I'm not the parent and she is. So we talked a lot about that last night. It really boils down to, are you honoring me and obeying me? And every time he would bring up some other way to justify this, to make it not bad, it was just another way for him to justify not honoring me and not obeying me. It's kind of like the woman that, knocked on the ruler's door over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, pleading when his judgment was one way. And he finally said, just give her what she wants. Well, she didn't obey and she wasn't honoring him. We don't even know how that situation turned out. So, of course, this morning, he wakes. First thing. What if I did it this way? I'm still trying to justify, forgetting that it's all about obedience and honor. And then we talked again. And I said, I do it all the time. We do this all the time, buddy. The Lord says, this is what's going on, or this is what's not going to happen. And we throw a fit because we want our way. We want our way. We want our way. And he says, no. And if we push and push and push and push and push to have our way, sometimes he says, okay, but just know I'm giving you the freedom to not honor me and not obey me. You have that freedom. And I love you enough to give you that freedom. But there will come a day when you'll be sad that you didn't honor and love me that day. Honor and obey. So we talked on that, and I said, I want you to go pray. And you ask the Lord, what is the best thing to do? And I said, however you respond, and you tell me what your response is to me, I will honor that. And I will give you the freedom to go against if you need to. If it is that, if you think it's that important to you, I will give you that freedom. So he prayed and he thought about it, and he said, well, I can't do it knowing that you're going to be mad. And I said, that's not even the point either. The point is, do you want to obey me and honor me? And I said, whatever you decide, you can have. Just know, even if it hurts my heart, I have to give you that freedom. We've talked so much about it. And I said, but if you make the decision, whatever decision you make, there will not be any more pouting. There will not be any more crying. There will not be any more sadness, and there will not be any more anger. So if you choose to go along with what I say, no more of this will occur. If you choose to go along with what you say, no more of that will occur. If you're sad later, I will hold you. No matter what, I will hold you and love on you. But this has to be the final decision. So he prayed on it and thought on it. And he said, well, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. We need to return this Lego set. I said, okay, good. I said, I'm thankful and I honor your decision and I'm proud of you. And he started to have this sad look. And I said, wait, what did we say? I said, do you need me to hold you? Because I will. And I said, but pouting and all that is still dishonor. And he said, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. And he smiled and he came over and he hugged me. And that was a lot for that little boy. And that's a lot for us. You know, there are thousands of petitions at the throne of God for me and my family. Thousands. I'm not asking you to stop. But he is sovereign. And he knows things I don't know. He sees things I can't see. He's smarter than me. And I choose to trust him. I choose to obey him. And I choose to honor him. No matter whether I get that Lego set or not. And I pray that you are the same. Because sometimes we don't need that Lego set. Sometimes he's got something better. actually, it's usually he has something better. We'll continue to ask. But if you ask in honor and obedience, because I'll be doing the same. We ask every night, the boys, please heal Mom. We ask. But we ask in honor and obedience, knowing He is the only sovereign one. I love you. I thank you for your petitions through His throne. I thank you. And we will see what He does. Have a blessed day.